As the second-to-last weekend of Major League Baseball approaches, clubs are playing their last home games before making their uncertain playoff trips. Some may prepare for lengthy journeys just to come back without a postseason spot. Those outcomes might be decided this weekend. Only 4 of the 12 postseason berths are guaranteed. The Milwaukee Brewers in the NL Central, the Los Angeles Dodgers in the NL Wild Card, and the New York Yankees and Cleveland Guardians in the AL Wild Card. Over the weekend, a lot of clubs will have an opportunity to lock down their berths or improve their prospects. Baltimore Orioles versus Detroit Tigers. The Orioles are now 4 games behind the Yankees in the East and have a magic number of 5 to secure the number 1 AL wildcard slot. The Tigers, meanwhile, are tied with Minnesota for the last wildcard slot. They are now 2 games behind the Royals and 5 games behind the Orioles. With 8 defeats in their previous 11 games and a 27-35 record since July 9th, Baltimore has been struggling. Conversely, the Tigers have risen to a 28-16 record since August 1st. Baltimore has to win this weekend, particularly with ace Corbin Burnes getting the start against what should be a Detroit bullpen. Massachusetts Red Sox versus Minnesota Twins. The Red Sox trailed Detroit and Minnesota by 4 games in the race for the last wildcard position. Cleveland now leads the AL Central, with the Twins having dropped 11 of their previous 18 games. Minnesota has to win this weekend against Boston in order to remain in the race. Starting Pablo Lopez at Fenway Park on Saturday might be difficult because he will be positioned between 2 rookies with high ERAs. The New York Mets versus the Phillies. With 4 games remaining to win the division, the Phillies lead the NL East by 6 games. They share the top record in the National League with the Dodgers. The Mets, meanwhile, are 2 games ahead of Atlanta in the race for the number 2 NL wildcard slot. The Phillies can secure the division with a 2-game victory this weekend, opening the series finale with ace Zach Wheeler after winning 11 of their previous 18 games in September. The Arizona Diamondbacks are playing against the Milwaukee Brewers. The Brewers defeated the Phillies in a series to secure the NL Central. The D-backs had a 9-8 record in September, showing signs of cooling down following a blistering July and August. They won the opening game of this series, and it is probable that these 2 clubs will play again in the playoffs. This weekend, the Brewers' recent victory may offer the D-backs an advantage. San Diego Padres versus Chicago White Sox. With 5 games remaining to secure the number 1 NL wildcard slot, the Padres have a 2-game lead. With 117 defeats, the White Sox are 3 games away from matching the worst record in MLB history for a single Padres season. Have been playing well, winning 5 of their previous 6 games, including 3 shutouts, while the White Sox won their first series since June last weekend. Even though the Padres are chasing them in the division, San Diego should secure its postseason spot this weekend.